My name is Mr. Holopainen, and this is my good friend Mr. Donacliff of the band NIGHTWISH, and we are openly secular.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what side of the world you're in. I'm HalfLifeSistah, and this is my hubby Wolf King.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to my channel and to another episode of Sister and the Wolf. What's poppin'?
NIGHTWISH time.
Yes.
This might be the one time we actually do a What's Poppin' that's actually poppin' and that's actually
Right?
just came out. One thing, NIGHTWISH fans, Tool fans, I've said this in the other NIGHTWISH reaction we did on Patreon, is we're building factions, guys. NIGHTWISH, Tool, Pink Floyd, and Slipknot.
And Slipknot, yes.
But when we do a NIGHTWISH reaction, people are
Yeah,
upset that we don't do a Tool reaction.
I know.
And when
Oh,
we do
baby.
something else, it's like, well, aren't you guys doing NIGHTWISH? You haven't done NIGHTWISH in so long. We're doing them all, guys. We're trying to get to them as fast as we can.
We're doing the best we can.
But please keep in mind that we will never ignore some of our favorite bands. These are all like our favorite bands, so we will not be ever missing NIGHTWISH or anything else. There'll be plenty of NIGHTWISH. NIGHTWISH is one of my favorite bands, honestly, guys. You guys don't even know. Here we are doing the What's Popping. That does not mean we will not be continuing our Tool What's Popping, because we certainly have to. We're going to do the album in order, and we're going to get back to that, but my time is limited, and this just came out, so we're just going to get this done now, okay? Before we start, I want to play a video for you that I forgot to play when we did the other NIGHTWISH reaction. It's something I came across that I thought was really cool. So let's watch this intro real quick, and then we'll get right into the reaction, because there is no reason to delay.
When we were little, we loved fairy tales. Well, all kids do, and we still do. From classical heroes to mythological monsters, through
You get to hear Troy talk.
and wooden boys, to hobbits and Jedi Knights. Now, thanks to our adults, we learned that when things got a bit scary and difficult to understand, we could relax because they were just stories. Now, this was a real comfort when you had vampires trying to get through your bedroom window.
Right?
But some stories from old tribal traditions that were equally as fantastical, weird, and alarming were taught to us as real, which was incredibly confusing because we instinctively knew that there was no difference. But you have to trust the grown-ups in the world you're born into.
Right?
And that's not easy. You see, it's really difficult to know where you are and what's going on while being obedient to both actual and imaginary things. Dragging the weight of this forced betrayal of our natural skepticism and sense of reason for decades can really do you in. It dulled our appreciation for the quite mystical beauty of life as it actually is, as shown by the glorious revelations of science. Through living with such denial, it's inevitable that we should end up swinging between sporadic bursts of happiness and misery and self-pity.
Which gets really boring.
Doubt
It does.
and self-investigation are the tied bed sheets out of that dark prison. So now, rather than being confused, slightly angry, quietly terrified, we are happy people.
That is so true.
So come on in. The
I'm
water
here.
is fine.
My name is Mr. Holopainen, and this is my good friend Mr. Donacliff of the band NIGHTWISH, and we are openly secular.
Hearing them say it. That was a treat. Thank you. I know you feel like crying, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I did tear up the first time I saw it.
Wow. Thank you.
Mainly because the Greatest Show of Earth is playing in the background.
I know. They're so amazing.
But just so well said.
Yeah.
You know, you've got all these stories that were told to be fake. It's like when that boy slapped his mama because she told him that Santa Claus wasn't real.
He didn't slap her. Be honest, baby.
He punched her in the nose. He punched her in the nose and broke her nose because she told
8 years
him.
old.
yeah, Santa wasn't real. Like, why are we lying to this child to begin with?
Wow, he literally
Why do
broke
we
his
tell?
mother's nose.
Why do we tell people about Santa and these kids, and then just think it's okay? Just dumb. And religion is the same way in the sense that we're just brainwashing our children.
Yes.
And it's just so obviously just stories. It's just so
They
blatantly
are blatantly obvious
obvious.
that they're stories.
But
I like
okay,
this picture you got here.
yeah,
Wow.
that's actually off of the album.
Thank you. Okay.
So, like I said, the album is human in nature, and there's like this two in between. So I think it's like human to nature. I'm not quite sure what they're going for there, but we know where they come from, and if anything, he's become more obvious in how secular he is, and
Yes, definitely.
and the whole band, and it's just beautiful.
I know. How do you not love Nightwish?
It's beautiful because look at the beauty
free
that comes out of
thinkers.
thinking about the
Freely.
universe and the beauty of what's actually out there, as
Yes,
opposed to
yes.
things that we just make up. It's absolutely
It's just,
amazing.
yeah, it's much more grander, and it's actually grand, and it's much more important, it's much more impactful and meaningful. It really is.
To know your place
To know your place.
and how we came up in it.
How significant. How insignificant.
Those are the lyrics.
Yeah.
That's why those lyrics are so
What
perfect.
are the lyrics again?
To know our place and how we came up in it.
Isn't it?
Isn't it grand? Because you did the voiceovers
No,
for
but you didn't put it in the freaking reaction.
I know.
How
We
dare you. I
We,
worked
we have to
my-
get better.
for
We have a
hours
better
doing it.
voiceover mic now. We can try.
That is true.
All right, but we promised no delay, so here we go into the single. You ready for this?
No, I'm not.
How can we be?
It's been an emotional evening, and I'm like, I've been trying to pace myself, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm emotionally ready to hear anything from Nightwish. But you never know how the reaction will go. I have to be authentic, and we don't know.
Keep in mind, like I said with Iron Maiden and every other band, your favorite band will still make songs occasionally that you
that
don't
is
like.
true. I love Nightwish though. and
So there's
you know,
always a fear, of course, of hearing a song and not being crazy about
I
it.
can't believe
But that does
I
not
love
make you any
Nightwish.
less of a fan. Everyone has their own taste in
Well,
what
that
they
is
like.
true. That
And there are
is
certainly
true.
Nightwish songs that I'm not crazy about. So
Gotcha.
that doesn't mean that negates anything that they've done before,
That says
which
the
are
vibe.
masterful pieces of work, right?
Thank you. Okay.
So with that,
With that, yeah,
let us experience noise. Let's experience some noise.
let's do it. her voice.
Parker's doing some interesting stuff on the bass there.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know what that symbol stands for. So it looks like Nightwish is trying something,
Yeah.
a little sprinkling some new stuff in with the old, with the stuff that we're already familiar with. It just
They're
occurred to
making
me,
more of an obvious point in the song and video.
but then it just occurred to me, isn't this the first time we heard Floor singing on an album version, on a studio version
It
of
is
a
actually. I thought about that when it
of a
first
song.
played the song.
Yeah, it occurred to me as I was watching it, I'm like, wait a minute, this is, because we've only seen her live on everything else.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of the song?
I thought it was kick-ass. It was beautiful. It was a nice, really, really good song, solid song. I think I felt that it wasn't as symphonic.
Yeah, it was a bit more rock.
Definitely, which I appreciated, you know?
Which they do have. They do have heavier songs that are less symphonic and more
Really?
rockish. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciated that.
Especially some of their earlier works were actually quite heavy. Yeah.
Okay. It was a really awesome rock hard song. It was really, really good.
It was rock hard?
It was rock hard.
Did it make you rock hard?
No.
So obvious.
The imagery was a little distracting. It was, tugs at your heart a little bit.
What'd you take from that imagery?
What do you take from it?
Well, I take it for literally what
Literally
it is.
what,
which
actually,
is,
some of what they said at the beginning before the first
seems like
thing
commentary on
played
cell
us.
phone use. Screen time.
Well, yeah, it's just deeper
It's
than
pretty
that,
obvious.
though. Yeah, I think that's the surface, and I think there's definitely always a deeper meaning to it, I believe.
You sure?
I'm sure that was part of the reason, yeah.
I'm just saying, you don't think the meaning of the song was simply stop using your cell phone so much and see how beautiful the earth is? The world is? Because you're missing
Well,
it?
that's what I'm saying. That's the deeper part. Because
Yeah.
you were saying social media, like that's the point I'm trying to make.
Sure.
Yes, there's a deeper meaning, of course.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not something that's so out of this world as far as, I mean, here's the thing. We're at a perfect age, and anyone in their 40s and 50s is kind of the perfect age where we lived without these before.
I know, yeah.
There was the new generation. This song is really for the new generation.
It really oh, you know.
Because for me, this is one of the most powerful devices man has ever created for obvious reasons. It carries all of human knowledge in this little tiny thing. Anything I need to know, I have.
Right.
Anyone I need to contact, people can contact me whenever. It's incredibly powerful
exceptional
and
and
cannot be
essential.
poo-pooed on, okay, when used properly.
Right.
But because we lived in a world where we didn't have these,
any of this stuff.
I have the ability to put it down
Yes.
when necessary. And that's what I think millennials and Gen Zers are really not getting, because they didn't live in a world without this.
No.
Our daughter puts this by her. This is by her head.
Don't be talking about her.
She goes to sleep with this thing right next to
We
her.
hate it.
And I certainly see the addiction that younger generation really has to this thing, and it's intense. So you do miss a lot of social interaction. But here's the thing. I'm not the kind of guy I'm an introvert, okay? This is my social interaction. I do not need to speak to people face to face. Put that phone down. Do you not understand what I'm trying to do here?
How apropos. But yeah.
So literally, to be able to communicate with the YouTube world through social media,
I know.
to be able to text and to email
Yes.
is everything to me, because
Video chat.
I do not like calling people, because
I don't either.
unless I really have a discussion that's going to be complicated and
Lengthy.
requires nuance,
Exactly.
I don't need it for social interaction. So for people like me, this is a very necessary tool. And I think people who aren't introverts really don't appreciate how this connects us to the world and makes us feel less alone. It really does. So it is certainly an important tool. And I also am not the kind of guy who goes on the beach.
No, I appreciate Earth. I mean, Mother Nature, and I appreciate
Good.
being
So you
in-
can be the counter argument to this. There is nothing that I can imagine that is more boring than sitting on the beach
That's terrible.
and doing nothing, right?
That's so much fun.
Our brain makes us who we are. This is something that I really wish religious people would understand, is our brain begins and ends us, unfortunately. It sucks that it is that way, but our perceived reality and everything in it is all that matters. I have to be learning. I have to have some sort of challenge or adventure, and everyone's brains are wired differently. So I
Right.
think the mistake when people like to shit on stuff like this sometimes, everyone is going to be different. So for the people who really love nature, put your damn phone down and go enjoy it, because there is a world of things to explore. For people like me, I'm perfectly happy with this, and I enjoy my life, and I don't need that. So I find stimulus from documentaries, from nature shows, from things like that. To me, television, it's the most amazing learning tool. The cell phone, YouTube, all this stuff is just, it's allowed me to understand my place in the universe. It's allowed
Which is
me
right here with
to
me.
know things that no human before me has ever known. It is a gift to be able to have access to all this information, and stifling that in any way is a big no-no for me. So yes, I still enjoy going outside, going for a jog.
You do?
I like to go drive, and I find excuses sometimes to leave the house, because I do
Yeah.
enjoy that. But I think the story here has to always be balance.
Of
This is not
course.
evil. Putting it down is also not evil or the end of the world. There must be balance, and that's what we have to teach our children. It's important in early development that we teach children to live a life without this,
Right.
which I don't think we did a very good job of.
Well, we gave it to her when she's 13.
And also things like introducing a child to sugar at a young age.
Yeah, we failed.
These are toxins that become
They are
addictive
horrible.
and can kill a person. Sugar has been killing me for years, and it's something that is so hard.
Please stop saying it's killing
I live
you.
in reality. I speak reality. So it's something that if I don't cut out, I will die. Sugar will kill me if I don't cut it out. Period. So there's nothing wrong with me saying that, even
Yeah,
though it
but,
upsets
it's
you
just-
because I
it's
say
just-
that.
it's-
It's reality, baby,
but
and
you
this
know-
is where I live. all day, unapologetically.
No, you're
baby.
saying it's what's been killing me. I
Yes.
don't want to talk that way.
No, but nobody does, and that's why everyone dances around.
No, you don't
the
have to
little
dance
issues.
around anything. I'm not saying dance around anything.
I'm not dancing around
I'm just,
issues.
You don't have to say that.
Sugar
You're putting
will kill
stuff
you.
into.
Alcohol will kill you.
I
This
believe
stuff.
you're putting out energy into the universe.
Now, what you're doing is you're helping the sugar industry by you're trying
No,
to
I'm not
minimize
saying
the
you-
damage and the danger that sugar has on the
No,
human
I'm
body.
not saying that. I'm just saying you
Then,
telling
then
me
don't
that
dance
you've been
around it.
killing
Sugar will kill you.
yourself.
Yes, you're killing
I
yourself.
am aware of that.
The way I was eating, I was killing myself. Fact.
Moving forward outside.
So
Okay, so yeah, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Blah, 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 blah.
that's it. That's all I have to say. So balance, yes, balance, but certainly not evil. A wonderful tool. Obviously, stupid people are also using it against us. This is a part of, this is all relatively new technology, so we're going to have to get through that and figure out how to balance fake information from real information and trolls and stuff like that. But overall, for the betterment of our evolution and our humankind, it's a absolute necessity. Information free to all is super important.
There you have it. I think it was a
There you
great
have it.
song. I enjoyed it a lot. I would have to listen to it again without the video because the video was distracting a little bit. There's a lot going on.
Very well shot, beautiful.
Very beautifully
Video.
shot.
Everyone looks amazing.
Indeed. Yes.
And I like how everything was about surface level, how they look and selfies and stuff. And then towards the second half of the video, you see the
You see the
lady
woman-
that getting Botox
Right.
And then the ugly side of everyone. Because the thing is, social media, if I could say just one last thing, Instagram and all that stuff is all bullshit. It is all an illusion. Nobody's
is.
life is like that. Life is real. And don't ever confuse social media. Because people get depressed when they see other people living up the life because they're
I
taking
know.
selfies on the beach and shit. That's
Yeah,
all
it's
bullshit.
all, well, let's be real. No, there are some people that live that life. Let's just be real, okay?
Dan Bilzerian?
No, there are some people that actually live that life, okay?
Yeah, I get it.
And that's fine if you want to document their life and then share with the
But know
with
the
world,
difference. Balance.
That's fine.
Yes.
Yes, I mean,
Know the difference
social
between the fake
media
and the
for
real.
me, I tell you, I can't do.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle. I should post at least once every other day.
It's a struggle because we know what we're doing. It's like we know we're posting so you guys can give us attention. It feels gross.
I
but
know.
You just can't.
So just
you gotta
know
do
that
it.
when I post something, it's because I truly wanted to post it, and not because I feel I'm going to get views or hearts or attention. I'm doing it because I actually want to post it.
Yeah.
Know that, okay? I just can't fake for
I'm
fun.
the same way. It is what it is.
I
you
still
know?
want you guys to follow me, though.
We may not end up
Okay,
becoming the most
follow
popular
me.
people in the world, but
Because again, it's this illusion
trying
thing
to
that we
be,
are
so it
trying to
doesn't really
follow.
matter.
I'm asking for followers because I have to put myself out there.
Yeah.
And people in this day and age,
well, you're in the entertainment business.
yeah, this day and age, you are, what you call it? You are classified as a certain level of class, right? Certain status,
Yeah.
depending on how many people you have following. It's
Yeah,
just so
but again,
stupid.
that's the grossness. That's what the video
that
is
so
pointing out.
gross, you know?
Yeah. So.
That I'm technically a nobody.
But
okay,
again, we
because I
don't
care.
subscribe to that model. We never have.
No, we don't.
And we're fine with that. We're a small reaction channel because we don't post every day and we don't do a lot of shit posting.
We don't. We won't.
And that's fine. I have no problem with that.
Oh, no, I'm good with
We're growing
that.
slow, yeah.
I'm talking about
Slow and steady.
I'm talking about me asking my soldiers to please follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm expressing to them the reasons why I ask. I'm trying to do something big. I'm trying to be about much more.
I know, but you're not suggesting that you look at your status as how many followers you have.
Well, I'm not suggesting. I'm
Right.
telling them that is what people
That is
in
what I'm
this
clarifying.
society. No, I've already stated that. I've already made it clear
Absolutely.
that in this society, if you don't have a certain amount of followers or subscribers, you are considered a nobody. I know that is not true for me, but because I'm trying to put myself out there and make a name for myself, I have to present myself or be seen as, I don't know, more. I don't know.
But
It's
again,
just,
that's
it's
my
a
point.
game.
I don't subscribe to society, neither do you. You don't have to either.
I don't, because if I did, I'd be
will-
posting every day.
I accept the
and I don't.
I accept the consequences of not subscribing to normal
I
society
accept it as
norms and
well.
rules. That is fine.
Yeah.
I make less money than I could. I screw less people over. I screw no one over.
Well, these people, yeah.
No, my point is for example, when I invest in real estate and stuff like that, a lot of things that people don't talk about is screwing over homeowners who don't know any better because
Yeah,
they're
and this is what I love
lowballing
about
in
him.
offers. I would
So
rather not get
honest.
the deal than to
He
screw
won't.
someone over.
He will.
So
I love that about him.
I have certain principles that I will not alter. I will not pretend to be a social media guy or anything. I will.
Right.
I am here. I exist. If you like what you see and you accept me, that's great.
And that's how I feel.
But I'm not,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm willing to pay the consequences for not participating
Yes,
in what's going on.
yes,
You know, that's fine.
Yeah. And whatever, moving forward on Sideways. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up. Comment below. Do not leave without subscribing, but also do share my content as well as follow me everywhere. Okay?
Yes, and Tool is coming. Fear not.
Yes, Tool is coming. Also, Best of Zanga episode 3 is coming up too.
Well, don't promise that because I still got to edit it. That's
Well, yeah.
Anyway, as always.
As always, keep it metal, metal forever, baby. I love you guys. Thank you for loving me.
Love y'all. Bye.
Us. Bye.
The Holocene has ended. What we do now and in the next few years will profoundly affect the next few thousand years. The only conditions modern humans have ever known so far are changing, and changing fast.
Stars eventually will run out of fuel. The temperature of the universe drops. The stars, one by one, in the night sky will turn off. And there'll be no more new stars created. And so that the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper. And not in fire.